In another video, you mentioned donor advised funds, and you gave us a 30,000-foot view. So let's just go a little bit deeper.
I love getting technical.
I know you do, yes.
So a donor advised fund, you can think of it as your own personal endowment fund. You can give cash or stock to this fund. It is basically your own endowment. It's its own nonprofit. So you get some tax deductions for doing this. And then you get to invest the money that's in that fund. The best part is you get to control when and how the money's dispersed. You can give away as much or as little as you want every year. You could give away the interest, or you could give away big chunks of money.
So whenever you say all that, it makes me think, like, could I be someone that does a donor advised fund? It sounds like something that, you know, multimillionaires can only do.
No, so donor advised funds have very, very low minimums. Our average client is doing between $50,000 and $500,000 in a donor advised fund, but we have some that are less, some that are more. Just think of it as a personal, flexible endowment fund.
What do I need to do to be prepared to open that up?
So doing something like this needs to be a very long conversation between your financial advisor, you, and the CPA, because some of the benefits, again, with this are non-obvious. It should be used by people with charitable intentions that want to create a charitable legacy, but you can combine these with things like IRA to Roth conversions that, when leveraged together, have this enormous effect to not just leave money to charity, but to make your estate more efficient to your heirs and also leave a much greater legacy to your heirs.
You mentioned legacy. Let's just talk about that a little bit more.
Absolutely. So I'm a firm believer that the purpose of my career and the purpose of money is not to just have the most commas or zeros in your account when you die. It's to do something for you, yourself, your loved ones. For some people, money to them is freedom. For some people, money is time. For some people, it's security. But one of the interesting things that you can do with donor advised funds is it creates a legacy of giving. And so one of the purposes that money can be is to instill values in your children and grandchildren. So it doesn't have to be just you deciding where the money goes. They can also then be choosing where the money goes to charity as well. And we have several families that get together every Christmas and decide where do they want to give that year.
I know you could probably talk about donor advised funding for hours, but if there was one more takeaway, what would it be?
Donor advised funds are complex, and a lot of people don't want to think about them because they're complex. But where there's complexity, there's always opportunity. And I know we're making just a short video here, but when we sit down face to face, our goal is to make it simple and to figure out how we can use your money and leverage your money to achieve your goals and your values. So my best advice would be, don't let the complications scare you, because we really want to boil it down to make it easy and valuable for you.
And having that team-based approach is really the value add there when working with DAFs.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Seth.